Hello. With the upcoming expansion, I wanted to talk a little bit about myself and Hearthstone here. In the past, and largely in service of the achievement videos that I do, I've been pre purchasing usually the Mega Bundle, but not the regular bundle. So I would spend $80 for the expansion to get the 80 packs plus the other goodies that tend to change around a bit. And I would also get the battle pass for the experience track. And I would do this to give myself the best shot at having the resources that I need to actually do all of the achievements. However, there have been some recent changes to Hearthstone's monetization. There are two main offenders that I can think of off the top of my head. Well, first off, there is the arena. They have largely taken the gold out of the rewards. You can see even all the way up to 12 wins and 0 losses, you get a massive 325 gold and a massive 13% to get 1,000 on top of that. This just pales in comparison to the gold rewards that you used to be able to get from Arena. And instead, you just get these tavern passes. And on top of that, they've completely taken away the ability to go into the arena with gold. You only can do it with tavern passes. And you can get a few of those from the rewards track or from special events or whatever. But largely, if you want to go into the arena often, like often enough to practice and get good to the point where you can go infinite, you're going to be paying real money. Gone are the days where you can experience the arena based on gold rewards alone. The other major thing is this Dark Moon prize fair thing that they've got going on. So they put this really cool King Crush plush pet that let's be real, it's awesome. Everybody wants this. And they put it in the center of this roulette wheel of prizes. And let's call it a roulette wheel because this is literally gambling. I don't want to spend too much time going over the math, but they use a weight system for your prize chances, and it goes from 300 all the way down to 1. And even if you eliminate all of the prizes except for the Diamond Legendary Neri and the Cosmetic Pet King Crush, the best chance you can have to get the King Plush is 1 in 15. And that's after you've already spun the wheel 8 times. And it's this increasing price per pool that is particularly predatory. They give you one for free, now you're invested, now you've gotten a prize, but it sure as hell wasn't the King Crush that you wanted. And so you've gotten one of the other ones, you're a little bit disappointed, and you look at that next prize, it's only $2. Would you pay $2 for one of those other cosmetics? Probably. They're pretty good. The artists are wonderful. I'm not denying them that. But you're not going to get King Crush. You know, the one that's staring at your face in the middle. And then the next pull is $4. And the next pull is $6. And before you know it, you're spending $30 and then $50 at the end. And without paying attention, you've spent $158. But wait, it's even worse than that. Because runestones don't come in 8s. Runestones come in 500 at minimum. Which means you are essentially paying $160. And then you're going to have a little bit of runestones left over just sitting in your account, eating at you, being like, I should spend these on something, but it's not going to be quite enough to purchase something, so you're going to have to buy more runestones if you want to use them. That's why I have 0 runestones. I do not use runestones. This entire mechanic is predatory. The roulette wheel of increasing cost prizes is predatory. The Blizzard team is basically shitting on us. So the point of all this is I'm done paying for Hearthstone. Right now, I have a decent amount of dust. Almost 7,000, not an insane amount, but this is basically just from getting the bundle and disenchanting copies and only crafting cards if I need to make an achievement work. So I've built up a decent bank, enough where this expansion is probably not going to be impacted by not making new purchases in Hearthstone. I will almost certainly be able to do these achievements without a problem. But at some point, I'm going to be bleeding these resources out. And I'm not going to be able to make all the achievements for some expansion in the future. I don't know exactly how long it'll take, but that's going to happen. And then there is the question of desire. A part of me wants to just quit the game right now. It's happened before, and I've come back. Because let's face it, I enjoy the game, even though I'm not all that good at it. But Blizzard just keeps spitting in our faces over and over and over. And I'm going to see this expansion through because there are people who do want to see my videos. And it's not really fair to them for me to just suddenly quit right as an expansion is coming out. But I tell you, there is a very real chance that this is my last one. It makes me sad because I do like the game. But if this is how Blizzard is going to treat us, fuck them. Alright, I've got my first video coming up, so I hope you enjoy.